Welcome to the Relateable podcast, a safe space for open and honest conversations created for Black people.
This podcast explores how we relate to one another in our intimate connections, friendships, family, and everything in between. Hosted by 3 Caribbean women. I am Fiona, a single mom.
I'm Sherween, a very near empty nester.
And I'm Chantal, a free-spirited monogamist. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope. Hello, Relatable family. We're back. Episode 3, Season 2, and second episode in our hair series. So we're still diving into the hair stories, y'all. If you haven't listened to last week's episode, we started off with Fiona's personal hair journey, and it was very entertaining and also enlightening and also beautiful and all of the things. So we're here this time around. Sherween is in the hot seat. But before we dive into Sherween's story, how y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
Much better.
Much
better. Who
much
answered?
better than last week, for sure.
Better than last week.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, last week, I don't know, our energy was, or if it was still being impacted by the planet Mercury coming out of retrograde and us being in the shadow period. And I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I really don't. But yeah, we're in much better frames of mind. I feel the energy feels different, Fiona.
It definitely does feel very different. But then I'm saying that, but I just don't know if it's me being in my own head with my own things and I'm projecting it outwards as well. It's hard to say.
I don't think so. I think there was definitely something going on last week. But because I was in the same, I woke up with the same. Anyway, we don't want to go into last week. I'm feeling so much better. So much better. Because last week was a downer. So this week is much better. Much, much better.
Lovely. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. And I'm feeling good. Okay. I'm finished.
Yes.
I'm finished. Sherween, my love, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Fiona last week. Actually, no, before we start that, I have something to confess.
Boy.
I have a confession. This is my confession. Okay, it's not really, I know Sherween and Fiona really get excited whenever I say, guys, I have a confession, because they always think it's something really, really juicy according to their juiciness, but it never really is. So I don't know why they're still falling for this, but anyway. My confession is this. I am loving being home. I am loving being in the Caribbean. All the things that used to bring me joy are still bringing me joy. New things are bringing me joy. I'm at a new phase in my life. Rah, 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 blah, blah, blah. However.
Don't say it.
Wait, you don't know what I'm going to say.
I'm afraid.
I hope it's not what I'm thinking she's going to say.
However, what I am not enjoying are the creatures.
Okay.
Now, when I say
that's
creatures,
fine.
That's
I
fine.
thought you
That's
was about
fine.
to say, I miss London.
She missed the sun. She missed the summer. She missed something.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was going to say.
No, I mean the lizards, the beetles, the I don't even know what kind of worm, just showing up in my space. Don't know how it reached in. I'm not enjoying the various types of poo that I find on a daily basis. So whether it's lizard poo, whether it's some kind of, I don't know what animal you came from poo, it's just, all these things.
Just be at one with the universe. You'll be fine.
I mean,
with Mother Nature.
Don't get me wrong here, because it's like, I guess we forget what it's like to get all the mosquitoes and the roaches, the flying roaches. That's the worst.
When it's raining.
You know what I'm saying? The yeah-yeahs.
Sunflies.
By the beach and the sunset and the sunflies.
We call them granny nippers.
Oh, shit. What y'all call them?
Granny nippers.
Granny nippers.
Like when you're at the beach and the sun
from?
goes down, they immediately come out and they are not playing with anyone. They basically say, get the hell off my beach.
They're right.
Yeah.
I want
Granny
to
nippers.
spirits.
But all of those things, I'm not really enjoying them. I just feel maybe it's not a confession, but more of I had to share and
A
vented.
gripe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel good now. Thank you for
Okay,
listening.
It's okay. As long as you
That's
didn't
all
say,
right.
oh,
That's all
you
right.
miss London and you miss being on the tube and you miss all the hustle and bustle, and then that's when we would get sad. So it's fine.
You're good. You're good. You're good. It's okay.
Thank you. I
Just
appreciate you
just
guys. I
meditate
appreciate you
with
for
the
giving me the
lizards.
space.
Make friends with the lizards and the beetles and the
No,
wolves, and they
that
will
is
leave you
never
alone.
going to happen.
Just make friends with them. Talk to them.
Sherween, you're laughing at me. That is never going to happen. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Okay, good. So, Sherween,
Yes.
the question
darling.
that we asked Fiona last week with regards to her hair and her hair story to get Fiona, reminiscing and thinking and coming to some realizations.
Mhm.
When did you fall in love with your hair? And are you in love with your hair?
Ooh, girl, I love my hair. I love my dreads. So let's just start with that. But my hair journey, it's not as dramatic as Fiona's last week.
Mama, okay.
It's nah. You see, the thing is, I come from a family with mainly women, and 3/4 of them do hair.
Right.
3/4 of them know how to braid, plait, cornrow, everything to do with hair. I have probably about 5 or 6 hairdressers in my immediate, as in first cousins. So hair was never a problem for me. Of course, like you feel, when I was young and went to primary school, I wanted the relaxed hair and thing. But my natural hair was always very nice. Always, when I say nice, I don't mean nice as in soft. I mean nice as in very well cared for. Because my aunties, they didn't mess around. I remember sitting in my auntie's living room, a group of ladies, and whilst everybody talking and laughing about all sorts of things, about 3 people doing 3 of the little children's hair, their legs. So I never really had a bad hair journey per se. I think it was when I got my hair relaxed was it high school? Probably when I was finishing primary school, going into high school. Obviously, you go into high school, you're going to be a big girl. I cry and beg my mother to put relaxer in my hair. She reluctantly, she did it.
Why did you feel at that age that you wanted to have relaxer in your hair?
Because that's what everybody was doing. That's what everybody was doing. That's all the girls had their straight hair, and I wanted straight hair. I don't think it was anything to do with, maybe to fit in, maybe. But I think my other cousins had it as well for a short while. And then I wanted it. I wanted it too, because I just felt I wanted it. And my mom reluctantly, I remember her quarreling and saying she don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And I cry and beg, and she put it eventually. So again, my hair started breaking off straight away.
Right, that story.
So I had all the beautiful, my natural hair was nice. It wasn't long as in long, but it was just nice and cared for. And then I put relaxer, and then I start realizing, well, I can remember putting relaxer the first time, and that burned so much. I don't think I left it in for long, because it was burning my hair, my scalp. And so it didn't take properly the first time. And then I think what happened was I put it again too soon after, and it broke off. It broke off.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you,
So,
that burns be something.
that burn
That
is the
burn.
worst. The worst.
Ooh, child.
So I learned from that, but I still kept it. I kept the relaxer. And but my hair was always, like I said, always very, very well looked after. So that's in high school. I had my hair relaxed, and then lo and behold, Patra upon the case come to St. Lucia with the long braids and the Patra braids. And I have a story.
Romantic.
Exactly.
Talking to my baby down in that yard.
Because I remember braids are still out there. When Patra
They
came.
had sell out.
When Patra pull up
Couldn't get
with
no
them
braids nowhere.
braids.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. So I
love
have a
it.
joke. So I remember I was in Form 5. I was just about to do my CXCs. And over not the summer, the Christmas, before I did my CXCs, I was working over the Christmas period, and I collect my money because I want to put Patra braids. So I collect my money so I could buy the braids, and my auntie put my braids for me, my first set of braids. I go to write my CXCs, and I walk in with my long ass braids
I don't know why I'm laughing.
under my ass. And the principal watched me and he said, okay, so I'm going to allow you to write this exam. But if you come back tomorrow with those braids, you're not writing your exam. I tell that man,
No way.
I tell that man hold his ass. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Not knowing the motherfucker, sorry, I'm swearing. The bastards. I love Mr. Ellis. Mr. Ellis, I'm so sorry if you listen.
We love you, Mr.
We
Ellis.
love you. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be.
We love you.
Calling you. Mr. Ellis called my mother.
Wow.
He's a bad man.
Mr. Ellis called my mother because he told me to take the braids out. And I'm like, no. And I rude. And I'm watching him and I watching him up and down like, who you talking to? No, because I big in it. I'm in Form 5. I come and do my exams. A man called my mother. So my mother now walk in. She say nothing. She put her scissors by the table and she said, you're going to take all these braids out now.
No.
So I'm like, no, I'm not taking them out. I'm a big woman. I'm not taking them out. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, my mother making rounds. I'm Sherween, you need to take these braids out. I'm not taking them out. Now, bear in mind, CXC in St. Lucia, you pay for it. You have to pay.
Yes.
My mother paid for that already. Sherween, you need to take those braids out. No. About 9 o'clock, because I forget about that in my head. I'm not taking the braids out. Everybody talking shit. I'm not taking the braids out. About 9 o'clock, I was relaxing on the chair, my braids flowing. I just feel my mother come with the scissors and cut about 3 braids in the front.
Gangster.
Just cut them. All I feel she cut my hair and all. Just cut them off. What I doing now? Girl, I scream so much. I scream. I feel all the neighbors run because people thought they're killing me in the house. My mother just cut the braids and she walked off. So I had no choice.
You had to take out the rest.
To take the fucking braids out.
Yes.
And the worst thing is all the big mouth I had because I tell all my friends, guys, fuck them and I taking out no braids. What are you talking about? I'm not taking out no braids. And then I come into school the next day.
Yeah, you're a bad man, but your mother badder.
Oy.
I come into school the next day with no braids and my hair and my eyes puffy because whole night I crying. My eyes puffy. And yeah, that was awful. It was awful.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of my worst memories to do with my hair. I could never forget that. What she and he did, because why the hell, what does my hair have to do with me writing an exam? Yeah. What does it have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. You understand? So these are all the things. But she did it. She wanted me to write my exams and she would not allow something stupid as braids to get in the way of me getting my CXCs. So I get that. I understand it. But boy, oh boy, was I angry.
I bet you were.
That's how I could have died. And
of course, at that age, you really feel like your world is over.
That's why I was so sexy. Them braids were so nice and long, and I just get them the weekend before. That's the thing, because fresh braids. But yeah, so that's probably the worst thing. And as soon as exams finish, she put it back for me. She paid to put it back for me. So happy days.
Ah,
Yeah, so that was fine.
It was just for the time.
It was just for the
Yeah.
exams. It was just for the exams. But yeah, it's that. And then I went back to relaxing my hair. I think probably the time I loved my hair the most, Chantal, back to your question, when I started
Mhm.
appreciating my hair was when I was pregnant with Jade.
Oh,
Right.
My hair grew. My hair grew and grew. Jade gave me so much hair. It was down. I think that's the longest my natural hair before dreads
Mhm.
was in all my life, probably just above my breasts. And
Wow,
that was
Sherween.
when I was pregnant with Jade. So, and that's when I started looking after it. I was still relaxing it, but I was really taking care of it. I wasn't doing it, overdoing it and stuff. And it was long, full of body, beautiful. So yeah, I've never really had negative time with my hair. I always loved it. But again, that's because of my family. That's because of the women I grew up with around me. They love hair. They really, really love hair. So much so that, again, I don't know if I have time. Another story. So in the Boulevard, I tell
Oh,
you.
we always have time for your story.
tell me about it.
We want to know. We demand.
In the Boulevard, yeah, in Mashup or Jay. Again, when them fellas listen to that, I hope they don't kill me. There's a fella in the Boulevard called James, and James brought these ducks in the Boulevard. I don't know where James got the ducks from. The Boulevard is a ghetto, for those who don't know, in St. Lucia. And they have endless chickens, all dirty chickens that eating everything. They eat everything, but they're the most badass chickens you'll ever come across. Yeah, if you step to them chickens will not back down. They will attack you. They're just like the people in the Boulevard. Yeah. So, and James just bring ducks from out of nowhere. So my family, we had about 5 houses in the Boulevard, and at each house, there's somebody braiding, doing braids as a profession for people. So Gassa, but you know when you're braiding and the hair going everywhere,
Yep.
the hair just everywhere. So you're walking in the Boulevard and you step in and you'll find braids, random braids, pieces of hair flying all around. And the poor chickens, they used to get wrapped around their legs.
Oh.
And it used to sever the feet off.
Fiona Compton.
First of all,
it used to sever the feet off.
Oh, oh my God.
Yeah, the feet used to sever off. They used to tie around their feet. Not us. The braids just used to get caught in their feet, and it used to tie around their feet. And the chickens, poor things, they used to lose their feet. But them chickens were still badass, because on one foot they're attacking you. They would attack you.
I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like this needs to be like a photo essay.
I don't think
like
it needs to be.
I wish I had. I don't know if we have any.
I do not need a visual on this.
Okay? It was not our fault. It was not our fault. It's just the chickens used to be in our business and the hair all over the place. But anyway, so yeah. So anytime you see the chickens by the road, they say, that is a Boulevard chicken. That chicken. That chicken come from the Boulevard. That chicken hair got that chicken. Because we always, every single day, we braiding like 10 different people. They getting their hairs done. So the braids all over the place.
The man never quarrel about his.
The man James used to get vexed, guys. So James used to say, we killing these chickens.
With your hair.
With the hair, poor job. Used to get vexed. But hey, nobody would eat them. Them chickens was just roaming the streets. Roaming. But yeah, I digressed.
No, you didn't digress at all. You just added another layer of hair trauma.
Hair trauma.
I'm telling you, that's a film. Why are you not taking me on? Filmmakers out there listening, email me. Know them, okay? I'll ask Shari Petty.
Yeah, all the chickens in the Boulevard on one leg. Boulevard chicken. But yeah,
I will ask Shari Petty, the Trinidadian filmmaker who did the film Soft Hair.
Yes. Okay.
right?
I
She's
think
amazing. Y'all would have seen
she
her
is
work.
amazing. I have
She's
seen
done a
her
lot of
work.
amazing stuff.
She has.
And she
I
did a
love
film called
Shari.
Soft Hair about our hair.
It's a brilliant
And she
film.
is, of course, a female filmmaker. And I'm
Hello.
Nice,
going to email
nice.
her or send her this episode. Okay. Bye for y'all. Okay.
Sorry.
Nah,
Honestly.
it's scary, but at the same time, yeah,
Mm,
it was just part of growing up. Yeah, for me, hair was always good, always a nice
yeah.
thing. And there was always love there. I never
Mm,
knew the one thing I was not very good at combing my hair, my own hair, because I was so spoiled. I always had people doing it for me. So I was
nice.
not very good at doing it myself. So when I left St. Lucia and came up to the UK, I found it difficult. And so I just started cutting it off.
Mm.
I was bald. I was bald a few times. I think depression set in after Lucas, and I went blonde, then bald again.
Mhm.
And then after that, I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm putting my dreads. And
Mm.
I started growing my dreads again. And my dreads has always been love, pure love. I did it myself, always started it myself. And then when it took, I started going to the salons for them to just retwist. But I love my hair.
Mm.
That's my hair journey.
That's your hair. I
That's my hair
love. You
journey.
know what
It's
really
pure
stuck out
love.
for me outside of the chickens? Um, outside of the chickens. What really stuck out for me, Sherween, is that you
Uh-huh.
said, you grew up in a family that loved hair.
Still
Yep.
do.
And
Still
so
do.
you had these affirmations
Mm-hmm.
that your hair was beautiful no matter what state, whether it was natural,
Exactly.
relaxed, locks, shave off, dye platinum blonde. You grew up with that
Yep.
affirmation in your face, and look how it's then shaped your attitude towards your hair.
Yep. Yep.
In comparison to Fiona's journey, where Fiona wasn't receiving those affirmations, where people didn't know what to do with Fiona's hair. So Fiona, as a child growing up, didn't feel that her hair was loved or acceptable or
Mm-hmm.
good. Because, people have this good hair, bad hair narrative, which needs
Yeah.
to die a death 100 times over. Okay. Can we stop? As a community, Black people, I'm speaking to you because we own the narrative, right? And
Yep.
so in order for it to die, we are the ones that are responsible for that. So stop. Stop saying people have good hair. Stop saying people have bad hair. Hair is hair. And what we need to do is educate people on how to take care of their hair, no matter what, whether it's relaxed, natural, braid, weave, because I've seen some beautiful weaves, which I didn't know was a weave, which is the
Mm-hmm.
point of a weave. And then I've seen somewhere I'm like,
Yeah, sister, you need to change
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. And this is not a judgment, but whatever your choice is for your hair as a Black woman, for me, it's fundamental that you learn how to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a lot more help now than there was before. Because
A
Yeah.
lot of help.
growing up, I had pink oil moisturizer. I
Oh,
can still smell it
Lord.
now.
Luster's pink oil.
Okay.
No,
What was even in that? Who knows?
girl,
Right?
everything
Pink oil.
that's
Then
bad.
I had, what is it? African Pride.
Mm,
I think those were the two foundations. Like you grease your scalp
Yeah.
with African Pride and you
and
put the pink
grease
oil.
your scalp. No,
Yes.
Yep.
the
With
thought that
the
we
blue
used to
magic.
grease. Oh God,
Blue
Dax,
magic.
Dax.
Yes, that's
Blue
blue
magic.
magic.
Afro Sheen, Afro
Bodge.
Sheen. Let's not leave Afro Sheen out of this.
Yep.
Okay, the
Yep.
green or the blue, depends.
Yep. But I remember my grannies used to make castor oil. My grannies, so we used to put a lot of castor oil in our hair. And yeah, it's just always been always
Do you know how much your granny castor oil would sell for these days?
exactly. And I never thought about it much before we decided we were going to speak about hair. But yeah, I've never had a period. I think it was just that one period when I was going, and I know that was depression. That was after I had Lucas.
Was that postpartum depression?
Yes, it was. And I just, I think that was the one time I felt like, I just want to do something with it. And I dyed it in bright blonde. It was crazy. And people were watching like, really, girl? What's going on with you? But they didn't know. And then I think after a while, I just cut it all off. I cut it off. And it was just definitely a deep depression. Apart from that, that's the only time I did not like my hair.
And so dyeing your hair platinum blonde as a response to your depression, did you do that because you wanted to make yourself feel good? Why did you decide to?
I think I wanted a change. I think what it was for my girls, after I had my girls, because again, I had that family network around me in St. Lucia. When I had them, I was able to just make them and go back to work straight away. I never stayed in a house. I never sat down with them for more than probably 2 months, not even 2. I had Jade in October. By November, I was working. So I was never in the house. But with Lucas, I was up here. And no family network around me. No village, nothing. I'm there by myself. And I'm like, what am I doing with a child every day, all day for so long? You understand?
What the ass is that sound? Wait, watch here. We don't want no more creatures, Sorry, guys.
That's they
heard you and now they're attacking you. They heard you and now they are attacking
because everyone speaks about the joys of living on an island, but there's balance, right? And obviously the island belongs to the creatures. The island doesn't belong to us. We are the intruders.
That's right.
So every once in a while, every day. So I'm now waking up and tiptoeing around my space like, what am I going to encounter today?
Leave them alone. You have to learn to love them. That's what you have to do. You have to learn to love them.
I'm going to reiterate, I will never love lizards. Okay?
Fiona, like that guy in
which guy?
In Death in Paradise, that talking to the little lizard.
every single one of them.
Have to make friends.
My baby sister, right, when we were younger and living in Nevis, used to hear me screaming from my bedroom. And this time she was in Pampers, and she would come running with her cute little self. Shani, is a lizard? And I would just be screaming. Ah! And my little sister would go outside, right? And she would grab like a palm frond, do a little knot, so it had like a little loop, run around my bedroom, catch the lizard. I don't even know how she figured out how to do this, because note, I said she was in Pampers still, right? And get the lizard and throw it outside for me. So, yeah.
But Chantal, you're afraid of lizards?
I don't like them, Fiona.
Okay.
I don't know if in a former life I was a lizard and another lizard do me something, but
I'll tell you what happened in former life.
Which one? So like the green one?
Okay.
No, because they have the other one that we call Mabouya.
Yeah.
Listen, if that's what you call wood slave, the one that you can look through.
I think Guyanese call it wood slave.
Yes, that's what I said, my love. Wood slave. So
yes, a little history tidbits, right? And I'm intrigued because what we say about the Mabouya, if it fall on you, it will stick on you forever and not come out.
You have to put something hot on it for it to come out.
But it will stick on you forever.
Right.
I'm yet to see that happen to anyone.
It's not true. It's scientifically not true, but it doesn't matter.
The word Mabouya is an indigenous word. The Arawaks and the Caribs, and I think maybe the Tainos, because sometimes there's cross-pollination in their language. But I found this book from like 1666 or whatever. It has a lot of St. Kitts and Nevis history.
Thank you.
But in the dictionary, it says Mabouya, which means evil spirit.
That's right. Because they are evil.
That's not true.
Okay. So you're exactly. Thank you, Fiona. You are feeding my fear. Am I right to be fearful? Because they are pure evil.
The thing's just looking at you with their big eyes.
No. Listen to me. Listen to me good. Listen to me properly. I will walk into a pit of snakes and not have 1 ounce of fear.
Wow.
What?
Thank you.
But that's the snake's lizard cousin.
I don't give a shit.
Chantal says she'll walk into a pit of snakes.
Wow. You and my mother could live together. My mother is frogs and lizards. Bon Dieu. The woman, don't even show her a picture of it.
No, sir.
It must be some childhood trauma like me and caterpillars.
It might be, Fiona. I don't know. But then I said it, like when I first got here, I had one set of screaming and my dad came downstairs. And he got rid of it. And he said, you and Auntie Gwyneth, you and your Auntie Gwyneth. I'm like, that's right.
Little lizard, look at your size. And look at the size
thing.
of a
I don't
lizard.
like small things because I don't know where they could go. That's my point. I am not scared of lions, tigers, and bears. Okay, according to Jasmine Sullivan, I ain't scared of lions and tigers and bears. That's me. I'm not scared of them. Put a lizard.
Chantal, don't mind Sherween.
That's not true.
Sherween in the sea.
That is not
Put
true.
her ass in the seawater. Yes. Make her be just waist deep.
I was born on land, not in the water. Okay,
you were in water for 9 months.
You say,
I don't care what you say.
For one small fish to graze her.
Shut up. Shut
and
up.
Watch her ass levitate outside of that water. Okay,
levitate. Levitate.
If sure we levitating.
Shut up. Shut up.
Why are you calling my name? Why are you repeating my name, Sherween?
I said,
why?
Shut up. Fiona, I telling shut up.
That's you telling Fiona shut up? See, I didn't even understand what you were saying because all I heard was fear, fear, fear. Right. Ladies and gentlemen,
we digress.
The biggest digression ever on Relatable. Ever in history, and we are going to keep it in the show. Okay, because this is how it goes down sometimes. Yeah. Okay, this is how it goes down in our WhatsApp conversations, which is what inspired the show, and it was all Sherween's idea. And so, yes, I love the fact that Fiona just, as they say, louded out Sherween while Sherween is here banging her mouth about me and my lizard.
Let me tell you, there was one time I was in a river and I remember little crayfish biting my feet, but I didn't stop what I was doing there. So leave me alone.
Wow, a crayfish. Fiona, how does this redeem her in any way?
They were there. The crayfish were there.
No,
it's okay. I don't care.
Okay. All right. So we're going to come back to hair, y'all. We're coming back. Yes. We're coming back to Okay. This is what happens when 3 Caribbean women get together. The conversations take many twists and turns. Many twists and turns. But I do hope that you enjoyed Sherween's. Actually, Sherween, I think you are probably one of the few persons that I have had conversations with hair about that actually has been like, I've always loved my hair. And I love that for you. And I love that for us because these stories need to be told too.
Yeah.
It's not just about speaking on our trauma. It's both, right? It's back to duality. Like that was Fiona's experience, but this is Sherween's experience and both are valid.
Yep.
And I love that for you. And I feel that has translated to your girls and to Lucas. You know, I see Lucas rocking his fro.
Yep. My girls, they love their hair, but they have, I think, again, it's image. So where I will, if I put braids, if I had my hair out and I put braids, I could leave my braids for a month, maybe 2 months max. Haley will put braids and she will have it out in 2 weeks because it's not fresh.
It's not
Right,
fresh.
so one, two,
Right.
so you're not gonna go hard like me in the 6 months?
No, Fiona.
No, Fiona.
No, babes.
Fiona,
Baby girl.
I don't know how you did that one. If you came in front of my aunties with that 6 months braids, they would quarrel with you. All right, you'd get a tongue lashing.
They were locks.
It probably was.
They were locks, babes. That was the beginning of your lock journey, okay?
You know what I'm saying? So I've had 3 lock journeys.
I'm
So I had
telling
locks
you.
twice there.
Oh my
When I
God.
say it's free lock journeys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But my girls, they love their hair. Jade, unfortunately, Jade is at uni and she does the most with her hair. Jade does everything. Jade puts braids for people. She does weave. She does everything. But she messaged me over the weekend and she said, Mom, you know what? I think I'm going to cut my hair. I'm like, what? No, why? She's like, yeah, I just need a break. I need time to study. I don't have time for her to be doing this. And I get it. I understand. It does take time, but it's not because she don't love it. She I think she wants a fresh set of growth. She said it was it wasn't as healthy as she'd like it to be. It was a bit brittle. So she's going to cut it. But apart from that, they love their hair. They really do.
Oh, thank you, Sherween. Thank you for
welcome.
adding balance to this hair conversation. And so, I think that is a lovely segue because I feel uplifted from hearing your story.
Oh,
I do feel a little bit hurt that you guys were laughing at the lizards, but it's cool.
It's okay.
It's cool. It's fine.
It's okay. I
It's
saw
fine.
her roast me about the caterpillars already, so
Exactly. I decided to not say anything.
Let's not.
Yeah,
I think we spoke about the caterpillars
we
in the
did.
first season, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
sure.
okay, Fiona. Or as Sherween would say, poor jab. I'm learning my Lucian. Poor jab.
Very well good. Very good.
So Fiona, my lovely, what has brought you joy this week?
What has brought me joy is I'm working on a project and I've been on the board for it for like the past 2+ years, just kind of working in the background, a lot of things that we cannot share to the public. And it's finally coming out. And basically it's a project. It is the largest project in history in Britain to tackle the legacy or to discuss the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. So it's a public arts and education project. And we have been working with loads of different educational institutions, museums, universities, and we have loads of big sponsors and things like that and whatever. But it's going to be an arts trail that's going to take place across 7 cities in the UK. So it's like Manchester, Liverpool, Bristol, London, Leeds. And what we're doing is there are going to be about 140 globes. They have been allocated to different artists, and each artist has to tell a story about the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. And what I will share with you guys is my concept, because I'm one of the artists. And one of the things that we wanted to kind of do is when people hear the word slavery, it's of course very draining. It's like, Lord, this is going to be trauma and all these kind of things like that. But one of the center points of the project is we have different themes. And one of the themes is expanding soul. So it's kind of talking about all the things that were birthed out of this legacy of the slave trade, like, for example, things like Calypso, things like Carnival, and then there's another theme that speaks on resistance and, rebellions and all the kind of empowering stories as well. And, in one of the discussions we've been having with the artistic chairs that we're not going to be showing images of Black people in chains. And I thought that was really wonderful for the project to recognize that we can tell the story of the slave trade. Of course, there will be these images on our database, which is going to have historical stories and things. But for the public engagement on the streets, we're not going to be putting Black people in chains on the globes, because we're thinking about the mental health of the Black community and how can we engage people in a conversation without being literal and the use of shackles and chains like that. Like, that's the only part of our narrative. So the globe the globe I'm covering it with flowers. Is very, very brightly colored, and it's covered with the peacock flower. I'm covering with the peacock and cassava flower because this is a type of poison that our ancestors used. And so when you see, it's like, oh, this globe is very pretty. But the story behind it is, stories of resistance. The fact that we did try, because I think the thing we hate most about slavery, not the thing we hate most, so one of the things is thinking that we were just, yes, massa, no massa. But acts of resistance happened every day, even if it was the act of somebody taking some cassava, grating it, squeezing out the juice and putting it in massa coffee for him to be sick for the next 5 days so you could get some respite. There's all of these acts happen all the time, but they're not documented.
Yes.
So it's been giving me joy. Of course, as an artist, you love your work, you hate your work, you love your work, you hate your work.
Yes.
I'm going through that roller coaster right now, but I'm enjoying that journey. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm writing the names of enslaved people who were tried for poisoning. So their names are documented. So I'm putting their names in gold.
I love
because
that.
I felt like I wanted their names to be immortalized in something special.
Yes.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
That's beautiful.
Fucking
That's beautiful.
love that, Fiona.
If I was there, my name would have been on that below.
I could not use that word. I just, because that is how much I love it. I've seen the work that you've poured into this project over the last 2.5 years. Yes, indeed. And I knew that you would be painting one of the globes, and I was looking forward to knowing how you would be expressing that particular story, what you would be doing. I've seen some of the photos that you've been sharing, but to hear you explain what your story is that you're telling on this globe and why, I am so gutted that I'm not going to be there in person. Yeah. That's how I feel.
But the project opens in August and is there until October.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you might be.
I might be. Okay.
You might be.
All right. Okay.
You might be.
I thought, because I thought that I might miss it, but maybe I'll be there then. Oh, it sounds wonderful. And I'm very, very proud of you. And of course, we know that, the artistic and the creatives, you have this is shit. This is wonderful. This is amazing. It's the best work I've ever done. But if you didn't have these ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, maybe it would be an indication that you didn't care that much.
Yep.
The reason that you're having these moments is because you care, Fiona.
That's right.
And so I, for one, me can't wait.
Thank you, girl.
Sherween.
So, Chantal.
Who going to? Chantal, Sherween. Chantal, you go.
All right.
Chantal.
Yeah.
Wagwan.
Let's see. You know what? Okay. I'm pretty excited about something.
Ooh.
I'm pretty excited about something. You guys both know last year that in addition to me declaring freedom to be my word for 2022 and how I wanted to feel, one of the other things has been that I want to go back to my filmmaking roots, right? And so I've been, making my way through the phenomenal, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron and doing the work that comes with that. And basically, I guess, really working on blocking myself creatively with regards to my filmmaking and me being a filmmaker and really standing in that and acknowledging it and honoring it the way that I should honor it and not trying to downplay my desire to make more films. And I submitted the treatment for a film.
Is it a film about chickens with no foot?
Girl, God, no. It definitely is not.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you continue to speak to Shari and let Shari handle that one. But no, it's a treatment for a film.
Can you share what it is?
I'm trying to find a way. Not yet. I can't yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm co-producing it and co-directing with another filmmaker.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we've applied for funding and it's a beautiful film. The concept is all mine. And when we get the funding and when we start to shoot, I know for sure that hey guys, you will understand that it is my concept.
Okay.
All
You'll
right.
understand.
Okay.
You'll be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
And this is Shani's creative concept.
Okay.
And so that's made me really happy. You know, I haven't actually made any of my own films since 2011. I've made short films for PwC and a few other corporate companies. And also, I think for me as a filmmaker, I think my aesthetic is quite dreamy and floaty and beautiful, which all ties into what I feel is one of my purposes, because I do believe that we all contain multiple purposes. It's never just one thing. And then that can, one thing may become more prominent at one point in your life and then another, but there is always some type of synergy between the gifts that you have been bestowed to make this world a better place.
Mhm.
And for me, I believe that one of my expressions is to bring beauty to my community. And so whether that's through my curation of beautiful events and experiences, or working with storytellers to bring their stories to life in beautiful ways. I love beauty, and I think our community deserves beauty. We deserve beautiful experiences, beautiful things, beautiful moments. And this film is beautiful and it's healing. And I'm really excited about it. And I can't wait to speak more about it. And the universe has also gifted me other things that clearly is the universe showing up for me and supporting me and propelling me forward. And even though a few of those things I've been like, oh, I don't know if I wanna, I just want to have a gentle life. I want my soft life back. It doesn't feel soft right now. But I sat down with myself today and realized, like, hold up, biatch, you've been asking for this thing. Yeah, you've been wanting this thing. And here is the universe, God, source, whatever you choose to name that energy, showing you, I am helping you. I am supporting you in making this real. And you are here, little miss. I want my soft life back. I don't wanna. Instead of looking at this and receiving it as the gift, which it is to get you to where you need to be to get this film made. And so I was like, okay, this moment right here doesn't feel comfortable. And I am missing my sacred mornings. And I am going to have to rework my day to make sure that I have that sacred time. And for now, it can't be at 5:30 in the morning because now those hours are taken up doing something else, working. And that's okay because I recognize why this has been gifted to me. And so for me, the joy that I'm experiencing right now and have been experiencing for the last few days is the fact that I'm gonna make a film. and I'm being helped. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
That's
Thank
Well
beautiful.
done.
That's
Well
beautiful.
done.
I have to say also, I was feeling red, like when you're saying about embracing the discomfort because this is what you asked for.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of how I was feeling last week. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to give up and this and this. But pretty much all of them things that they're stressing me is the things I asked for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's true.
So I thank you for that, Chantal, because that was a great reminder for me to be thankful for the stress, because what do I want? Stress or stagnance? So It's just about me managing and taking into account that these are the things that I asked for. And I think that definitely changes my perspective as well.
Oh,
So thank you for that.
you're so welcome, my love. You're so welcome. Sherween,
Mm-hmm.
Madame Gonzalez. What has brought you joy? Not chickens.
No, it's not what, it's who.
Who?
Eh, eh.
Hold up. Let me pull up. Pull up.
No,
pull up.
it's not like that. Well, I wish it would be, but he's
Okay, back off.
He's taken,
Oh.
and he
Yeah,
has a
Kendrick is
beautiful-
taken. Yeah,
Yes,
Kendrick is
yeah,
taken.
I know he's
Yeah.
Who was watching Kendrick?
both Chantal and I. Don't try and play me
Which,
alone.
which Kendrick
Both of us.
we're talking about, Fiona? Which one? Which Kendrick we're talking about?
In Relatable. Relatable.
Oh, Shabin Kendrick.
Insecure.
Relatable.
I know, right?
Thinking is Kendrick Lamar.
No, it's not.
No,
I love
not
Kendrick
Kendrick.
Lamar.
He's all right too. He can get it too.
Oh.
But
Kendrick Lamar is very beautiful. He has space teeth, so that's always a win for me. But I just think that his height would be something that both of you may not be entirely comfortable with.
what you talking about? You know,
I know
me and my
Sherween,
short man.
Sherween,
Girl, I
like
snap
short
them up.
fellas.
I love them.
But I
love those
think
guys.
Kendrick is a next level short. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
But he's happily in a relationship with a woman
happily
he's been with for a long
married
time.
forever.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
other Kendrick, what's his surname? Is it
I don't know.
Samson?
Samson, yes.
Is it Samson?
Yeah.
I just love his energy. I
I
love
love
his
to
spirit.
see. I love to see him whine when he.
I love to
whines.
see him dance.
When he whining on the beach.
Oh la la, that.
In the
I'm like,
sunset.
he can play a mass. He can play mass. With
I'm
us.
sure he can.
He can play mass with us. Kendrick.
If you're listening,
if you're listening and you need a break, because Kendrick is there for his community. He is showing up. He has always shown up. And I feel like he needs a little respite because he's going through some things. He's going through some things.
He always says, he always says.
And he's very honest and open and vulnerable. And again, that just makes me love him even more.
Yeah.
But however, okay, Kendrick.
Come to the Caribbean.
Come to Nevis.
Then Lucia in August. In September.
Come to Nevis. We have beaches you can dance on.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we also have carnivals and culturamas and beautiful.
It's okay,
beautiful.
Chantal. He'll come to Saint Lucia, number one in the world. It's all right.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm staying quiet.
Brings me joy.
Was watching Kendrick's dancing videos.
All the time.
Pretty much.
But it's not Kendrick. It's Jesse Royal. Oh my God. I love me some Jesse Royal. Y'all know Jesse Royal?
I swear one time in the What Makes You Happy, you had brought up Jesse Royal.
No,
I believe
didn't.
so.
You know, or was it one of the Marleys?
No, it was Marley. Skip Marley. What are you talking about? But Gassa Jesse. Oh, Jesse Royal. I love his music. I love. I've been listening to him a lot. I was very disappointed when he did not win the Grammy. But his music really resonates with me. Me and Chronics as well. I feel like I'm cheating on Chronics with him. But there's so many times you could listen to Chronics for 3, 4, 5 years. You understand? So now Jesse's the new muse and the new bae. So that's who I'm in love with right now.
Any particular song, Sherween?
Oh my God. Well, I love Modern Day Judas. That's an old song, but I love that one. There's one he sings to his daughter. And it's so sweet. I can't remember the name of it, but it's to his daughter on his new album, Royal. But yeah, just all of them, the whole album. I love the whole album and all his old music as well. So that's who I'm feeling. That's who's been bringing me joy. That's who's I'm singing to and listening when I'm feeling a bit low and down in the night and I have to go and cuddle by myself. That's me and Jesse.
You and Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So.
I'm happy that you're finding joy in music. Music is medicine.
Hey, it is.
Music saves, boy.
It is.
Boy. I think we should do an episode on music as medicine.
Oh, that's
right.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll do that. We will do that. Okay, listeners,
nice.
At some point this season,
music
as medicine.
Because
yes.
certain songs activate certain moods and
Boy.
memories.
Oh, sorry, I just went off somewhere. Okay, and I'm back. And I'm back. Well, before we say goodbye for today, before I said before, we're going to go under the mango tree.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we're going to go under the mango tree. And so for this week's Under the Mango Tree, we actually are going to have a reading from me. Yay. I'm actually going to share. I've been talking about the artist way on every platform that has spoken to me over the last couple of months. Whoever is interviewing me for whatever podcast or whatever TV show, I just keep on going on and on about the artist way. And so I'm going to bring it here because this book, this workbook, is reigniting. It's so powerful. And it tells you this at the beginning. And you're like, sure, what ebbs, but is a fact. So I am going to share a prayer from the Artist's Way. And it's for creators. And we are all creators. So I'm going to read that to you guys. Hi, everyone. Something a little different for Under the Mango Tree this week. It's actually a prayer, and it's called the Artist Prayer, and it's taken from a wonderful, nurturing, beautiful spiritual book called The Artist's Way, which is a 12-week-long program of exercises and explorations to help you loosen up your artistic self. Now, whatever you name that energy, whether it's love, God, universe, source, feel free to use that name in place of anything that I may be sharing with you. This particular prayer is really focused on creativity as a collaborative force, a tribe, village, partner energy. And it's beautiful, and it's one that I say pretty much, or have been saying pretty much every day for the last few weeks of me working my way through this amazing book. So, the Artist's Prayer. O great Creator, we are gathered together in your name, that we may be of greater service to you and to our fellows. We offer ourselves to you as instruments. We open ourselves to your creativity in our lives. We surrender to you our old ideas. We welcome your new and more expansive ideas. We trust that you will lead us. We know you created us and that creativity is your nature and our own. We ask you to unfold our lives according to your plan and not our low self-worth. Help us to believe that it is not too late and that we are not too small or too flawed to be healed by you and through each other and made whole. Help us to love one another, to nurture each other's unfolding, to encourage each other's growth and understand each other's fears. Help us to know that we are not alone, that we are loved and lovable. Help us to create as an act of worship to you.
Okay, so thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to my journey, my hair journey, where it's all love. We've had fun.
And we digressed. A whole lot. And we're going to keep them in.
and the chickens and everything. We digressed. But yeah, it's been lovely. And we thank you for listening. And thank you for joining us every week. And yeah, see you next week. And remember, a shared journey
brings hope. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.